Good morning, everybody. This is Devin with Homeschool House Calls. And today, for our Tuesday Homeschool Mom Talk, we're going to talk about how do I know my baby is ready for phonics curriculum. We have lots of requests on phonics. We have Phonics Club coming out by should be by the end of the month. We're loading the intro, and once the intro is loaded, we will let everybody in, and then we'll just continue to load every month more information and more resources. So it's kind of like a living resource. Phonics Club is like every time we find something new, it'll be put in there where it belongs. We'll go through all the different steps of phonics from learning letter sounds and the letter names, and it's called letter recognition, sound recognition. That'll be step one. That'll be before you start a phonics curriculum. Then we will have step two, which we'll go through like once you pick a phonics curriculum, and we'll just move through there. So that's Phonics Club, but it's coming. The videos will be on the website in a almost like an e-course, but it's going to be more because it's going to be ongoing. I want to update it every time we find new resources or things go missing. We'll have everything will be it's free to get it. It'll be free. Most of the resources will be free. It'll be resource list of and links of everything that goes along with that step or whatever skill you're learning, because that's what frustrated me when I was teaching my kids is if they weren't catching something, I didn't know where to go to get more things, like more activities, more worksheets. So we'll have free worksheets in there. There'll be paid worksheets that you can buy off Amazon. It'll be more extended. I mean, like I just made the ABCs coloring pages, and then the paid resource will have even more. So it's like the free download is like 26 pages, and the paid will be like 180. So it's like tons of resources. Try to make them very affordable to find. And you'll find everything because that's what frustrated me. I mean, because I have a very visual learner now, and I'm always finding videos and audios to go along with different steps in her phonics because she's doing a curriculum, and everything in the resource will go along with your curriculum or your lack of curriculum. Some mamas want to wing it. It'll be there for you. You'll have all that stuff to use. So anyway, we're talking about today. Uh, I just almost erased my thing. There it is. How do I know my baby is ready for phonics curriculum? So before you ever start phonics, there are a couple of things that have to happen first. And really you can start doing this from basically birth. You're just going up until they're ready for phonics curriculum. And at phonics curriculum is usually somewhere around 3 to 5. Every kid's different. There's no every kid's unique. And some kids are ready way early and some are not. I had some that I thought were ready early and they were not. So, and I'll tell you this, most of my kids were not fluent until third to fourth grade. That's just how they were. Even after they finished phonics, there are things you have to do after you finish the curriculum. And I had some that it just took a while. So, but most of my kids were totally fluent by fourth grade. So it's a process and it's a journey. And that's why we made the Phonics Club. Okay, so how do you know? The first thing you're going to do before you start the phonics curriculum is you're going to they need to know their letters and the letter sounds. This is called letter recognition and sound recognition. I actually found a beautiful resource on Teachers Pay Teachers. I don't know if it's available anymore, but it was like a download that had all sorts of stuff for teaching letters and their sounds. um, Letter of the Week has a beautiful curriculum that's almost seems to be a little bit daycare-ish, but it's very old school. It was around when my son was little, and he's 20 years old. It's been around forever. Free resource that will be in the Phonics Club too, so that you can find these. But it's just letteroftheweek.com. They have learning ABCs and then learning their sounds. And when we talk about learning their sounds, we're talking about their simple sounds. Most letters have multiple sounds, but when we start, we're just doing the short vowels and we're doing the consonant sound. So, but it walks you through that. That takes about a year to go through that. Then they also have sound. It's like the sound of the week. You could move that on, but that, beautiful free resource, tons of stuff. Take time to look. I mean, it has the books, it has the sounds, it has songs, it has poems, it has craft ideas, snack ideas. You could have your whole day planned on just that stuff. But that's your first thing, is you want them to know their letters and you want them to know their sounds. I would Don't skip it. That's one thing that I've learned. A lot of times, phonics curriculum it pushes you where you're going really fast, and sometimes kids are not. They're not in that mode. So take your time. Don't move past this. Don't start curriculum if they haven't grasped this. Another thing you can do from birth is they need to grasp how reading works. Or you go, how do we read English? We go left or right. We go up, down. Um, they have to grasp how that works. So we turn the page. They're learning the sentence. And this comes from you reading, pointing, using your finger to point. This comes from everyday reading. Reading every day to your child is very, very important. And that's how they grasp how reading works, because you're the model. Another thing you've got to do is, can they separate words into different sounds? And that comes from play. And like, you can go, let's see, let's come mama, and you're making fun, and then you're showing how things rhyme. Rhyming is important. You're showing that these different sounds, we have like 44 different sounds in English. I think that's what I saw when I was reading and doing some research. We have 44 different sounds, and they're put in combination to make the words. So this is what you're going to go through. You're showing them that words separate into sounds. You do it through song, you do it through rhyming, you do it through play, and that they've got to have this concept before you move on, so that you can go into phonics. So those are the three things that you need before you ever start a phonics curriculum. Now, in the Phonics Club, we're even going to have a workshop in there on how to choose curriculum, and we'll talk about different styles and maybe even have some walkthroughs of some of them so that you can see what they look like before you choose or not choose. I think you can totally not have a curriculum for teaching phonics, but you definitely have to have a plan, because if you did not learn phonics like I did, you're gonna miss something. So that's one of the things we're gonna have in that reading resource, because it was my nightmare. In fact, when I had Lacey, I cried because I was going to have to teach her phonics again. I don't want you to be there. I have had such joy teaching Lacey this time. We have enjoyed it because I think, well, for me, I think it's because I had less teaching phonics at one time, with I call them my first group, my four that are all like stair steps. I taught them all that we were in different stages of phonics for several years. And then Lacey has been by herself over here. And this has been more enjoyable because I've been able to relax. This one I was running. I feel so sorry for my big kids because Mama was running, and that's why I have such sympathy, because we're busy. So Phonics Club is going to be a lot of fun. I'm loading the intro this excuse me. We're loading the intro this week. Next week it should be completely up and going by the end of the month, and then the next month we're going to do step one. I'm not going to make you wait on every step. I'm going to add what I've got and continue to add as I build it. My plan is to make worksheets for everything that will be free, and then we'll have the paid level that you can just order off Amazon. It'll be like in workbook form, super cheap. I want it to be super affordable, but also you're not having to print it, because I've been that mom where I was busy. I hated printing worksheets. So you'll have the free smaller pack, and then you'll have the more involved pack. I want tons of resources, tons of worksheets. And if you find it, that's one of the things that's free right now, because there will be a Google form. But if you find a resource we don't have, you can add it in there and say, hey, I found this, so that we're continually making it better and better, so that it can be a good resource for the mamas and for other mamas to come behind us, because phonics should be fun. It's one of the most important things you will teach, and it should be fun and relaxed and easy going. But I'm gonna go. I have to take my big girls to piano, and then we're going to buy a soccer outfit for Lacey because she has a soccer class. So that is what we're doing today. I hope y'all have a lot of fun. We will see you soon. Let me know what you want to hear next. Let me know what your questions are because I will come back and answer maybe this afternoon. Bye.